Hey trainers, welcome to one of my Pokemon Masters videos. This is going to be Pokemon Masters tips and strategies on how to take on Lyra Part 2. This is going to be at the Tree of Justice. Eventually you will be taking on Ethan and Kris. So first tip number 1, bring sync pairs that are level 130 and up. Your strongest of course can be type weakness, which this is weak to flying, or non-type weakness, which I'm bringing in Giovanni and Mewtwo here. Tip 2, bring at least both 6-star EX Striker and support sync pairs. That's my recommendation, especially you want to bring a 6-star support for that sync double buff. And a 6-star EX Striker will help you take down your opponents when using a sync move, right? Tip 3, use lucky skills, unlock sync tiles, and maximize theme skills. I've made videos before about tips, especially when you're new or I'm coming back to Pokemon Masters, so definitely maximize those. Tip 4, bring Kanto sync pairs, right? This will help increase and multiply their stats by 5. This is the strength that is given to any of your Kanto themed sync pairs, all right? And you can check those out in the special bonuses. All right, and so here's another tip. Tip 5, change your tactics. I'd recommend targeting your support sync pairs first. So the 2 supports that I'm bringing are Misty and Starmie and Leaf and Eevee. So if you're using this same team and you want to try this out, go for it. So with that being said, let's start this battle. I'll be bringing in some tips along this battle if you're using this same or similar team. So here's the next tip. Tip 6, trainer moves first. Increase the stats such as evasiveness, which is what Starmie's good at, and also Mewtwo as well for the self-evasive buff and the critical hit buff. So evasiveness, defenses, and critical hits. What I like about Starmie is that you can put right on their X special defense all. Tip 7, use your 6-star EX support sync pairs sync move first for the sync double buff. All right, so I'm going to show you that Eevee is going to get that sync double buff for my team, and because it's a 6-star EX, it can do that, along with the fact that Eevee can also increase the stats, specifically attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Okay, there you go. All right, tip number 8, depending on your team, the next sync move may go to the 6-star EX Striker sync pair, or it can go to whichever, ally sync pair you brought with you. It could be a tech that's very strong, or it could be that same support. So take note, on my team, I decided to use Leaf and Eevee's sync move next for more stat increases. And eventually I'd follow up for the next sync move used by Giovanni and Mewtwo. What I like about this team is, so far, with Catch Us If You Can, as you saw earlier, I was able to target it to my allies and increase their evasiveness in case any AoE moves, like from Vileplume Sludge Wave or Petal Blizzard from any of the opponent's team, it has that possibility to miss my Pokemon. Tip number 9, I just want everyone to be careful with Sunny Day teams, alright? So I'm going to talk a little bit about Lyra's team. Lyra has Sunny Side Up, so you got to see that. If you have a Pokemon that allows Sunny Day to happen, it can help your team, but it also helps Lyra's team. But it is possible. Tip 10, focus to take down Lyra's Meganium before the other Pokemon. Lyra's Meganium is a threat. Petal Blizzard hits all of your Pokemon. Lyra's Meganium also hits all of your Pokemon with its sync move, and it sets up grassy terrain, which is quite scary. If you've gone further before the next sync move with Lyra, you start to see that Lyra is pretty much covered in terms of stat buffs, grassy terrain. It's kind of scary. So definitely take down Lyra's Meganium before the other Pokemon. Tip 11, regarding Mewtwo, if you're using Mewtwo on your team or any, in this case, this is my tip, especially for those new players who have Mewtwo, use Psychic for greater damage. And this helps especially if you unlock sync tiles on its grid. Special defense decreases over time with on a roll too. And instead of using Side Strike, because I tested it out, Psychic does a greater damage. Also, you saw that Sync move, it really helped to take down Meganium and did a good amount of damage already. Tip 12, once Meganium is down, take out Vileplume next. Sludge Wave hurts, and you don't want any of your Pokemon to be poisoned. So Vileplume was the next target. Jumpluff will be using Giga Drain, and in this case, why I also like Starmie is the fact that it has a passive called Healing Hand, and also having Eevee as well. If you have her grid unlocked at sync level 3 out of 5, there is potion Mend, so you can recover from statuses, not just healing your HP. On to tip number 13, quickly knock out Jumpluff. Jumpluff should be the last one. You do not want to be Hyper Beamed to the face of any of your Pokemon. So far, the evasiveness did dodge the Hyper Beam, so I was grateful for that, but it will do a good amount of damage against your Pokemon. Alright, there's that next sync. I'm going to start using moves to take down Jumpluff as fast as I can. Tackle for that staggering hit for flinch. Psychic is more powerful now. I'm doing around 5,000 damage. There's that Hyper Beam again. Hopefully we can flinch. There we go. We got the flinch from Eevee, which I really like. And 6.6k damage, completely finishing Lyra's team.
A truly intense fight.
There we have it. And that was my team. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to respond to any of those questions that you might have in the comments. And trainers, I'd like to know which sync pairs you brought to take on Lyra in part 2. Let me know what teams you brought to take her down, and I'll be reading and checking them out. Here are some sync grid tiles for the sync pairs that were brought on this team. One thing I do want to mention is that briefly there you saw that I had Enlightenment at 9 for Lucky Skill. I'd change that for Misty Starmie to be a Vigilance, which blocks critical hits. So I didn't have Vigilance at the time I recorded this video, but that's okay. I still was happy to complete this, showing you that I didn't need Vigilance, but Lucky Skills like Vigilance, see I have it on Leaf, is really useful. Here's my last tip. And I didn't mention this earlier, why not put on some gear for extra damage? Little comes a long way. And your 3-star gears that you might have collected through any of the 3-star co-op events, be sure to put those on, or if not, you have those 2-star. Anyways, thanks for watching. Good luck doing these challenges, trainers, and I'll see you in the next vid.